Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. I am getting over a summer cold, so please excuse my voice this morning. It's a little scratchy, but better than it has been the last few mornings. So, summer colds are the worst with the feeling feverish and it being so hot. But I'm getting through it. Anyway, this will be your weekly reading for the week of August 16th through the 22nd. And during that time, we first have the waxing crescent moon. And we've just started those new things with the new moon, new beginnings. And we might still be getting to work on starting those things. So make sure that, you are buckling down and working on those things and living up to your expectations and intentions for the first part of the week. Our first interrupter comes in with the first quarter moon. And that can be a time, and it might be a day or even just a couple of hours where you feel impulsive, impatient. Your mind's very active. It's kind of like the full moon energy, but on a much smaller scale. But it is a good time for us to know that that's coming and be in control of our impulses and dominate them. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Taurus. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading, Taurus, is it's time to release negativity. All right, so whatever negative things you've had going on, let's see what this reading has to say about releasing those things. As I'm shuffling the tarot cards this week, I do need your help on something. I'm thinking about doing the occasional live stream, and this would be probably in a couple of months when summer's over and, the fall weather starts to sink in, and it's usually a little more wet outside and cold and dark. So but I might bring it in and try to do some live streams. This might happen on maybe the weeknight or a weekend. So I just want to know, what time might you want to participate in a live stream? And this would be me just doing little small 1 or 2 card readings for you guys. So if you would type into the comments what day of the week you think you might want to participate in something like that, and also maybe your time zone. Let me know what time zone you're in so that I can see where the majority of you are and how I might schedule this. So that is just my thing this week that I really do need a little help on. So thank you so much in advance for helping me with that. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into this reading. Taurus, August 16th through the 22nd, it's time to release negativity. And your overall energy right now is, look at that, the 10 of Cups. So you're in a very positive place right now. And maybe that's why you do want to release negativity. So, you're thinking, oh, everything's just so positive. This one little thing is maybe stuck in the corner of my mind. And how is it that you get rid of that? And sometimes it's just a house cleaning. Sometimes there are things that are kind of lingering thoughts. And what do you do to work through those and think through those so that they're just not there bugging you? But it looks like in general, you're just having a great time right now. Very, very happy. And you want to move forward and make that even better. Your current situation is the 2 of Swords here. So you might be in a place where you are thinking some decision through. And many times in life, that's just things that's on your mind. You have to make a decision one way or the other. And some of those decisions aren't as easy. Some come easy and you just make the decision quickly, but go ahead and think things through. And just be calm about it. Just calmly think things through. I always say put pen to paper, pros and cons, that sort of thing. But work those things out so that you can get to a good decision that you feel good about. At the root of your situation is the 7 of Pentacles here. So you're kind of at a place when it comes to, this is like you've planted the seeds and you're waiting on the harvest. There's not really much you can do. You're just kind of waiting for things to happen, and you've done the hard work already. So that's always great. But you might, again, might be at this decision point where you're going to have to decide something one way or another. And you've got the time to do that, because it's not like you're real busy with work, or things are already kind of, again, seeds have been planted and you're waiting on things. In your recent past here is the Hanged Man comes in. So the Hanged Man is about having a new perspective on something. And usually that's because you've learned a thing or some truth has come to light. So, so you're looking at the world a little differently for whatever reason, whatever little shift that you've had. And this happens to all of us all the time. This can go week by week where you shift and like, oh, I didn't realize that. And now you're looking at the life through a whole different set of lenses. Or in this case, he's looking at it upside down. I hope you're not going that far, but looking at things from a different perspective occasionally is a really good way to change and grow and do that in a positive way. What is on your mind this week is the Queen of Cups. So maybe it's on your mind to learn some things here about emotions or how you handle emotions or the people around you. You know, the royalty are not only concerned with themselves and being good at a thing, but also their constituents, making sure that the people around them are understood. And it seems that that might be something on your mind. You might be making some decision and it is based on emotion or based on either your emotions or someone around you. So it looks like you're at least considering that, considering their emotions, right? Which is very kind of you. What is just ahead of you this week is the 10 of Pentacles. So look, we've got two tens on the table. So you're thinking about long-term wealth and security, and you're doing this from a very happy place. And this might be, again, this decision making. You know, maybe this decision is about some investment that might affect your future. It might be about just some situation in your life that's going to affect your future, and it's just on your mind. And again, there might be a decision point there. Let me grab a drink real quick. My throat is still very dry and very scratchy. So again, summer colds, yay. Anyway, all right. In your advice position, Taurus, dry cough a little bit with this tickly throat. In your advice position here is the 9 of Wands. So probably in this decision making process is take a look back. What has worked for you in the past? What hasn't worked for you in the past? Is there something in your past that can bring you closer to this decision point? That might be something you need to do. So the advice is to kind of look back. Where have you been? This is our Wounded Warrior card. What has worked and what didn't work. There might be things that you're trying to avoid when it comes to this, and sometimes just looking back, you use your own wisdom. You know, your wisdom from your life that you've already lived up until this point to help you make current decisions. So make sure that you do take a little bit of time to take a look back. I'm so sorry about my coughing. What is beyond your control this week is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a big yes. So I feel like you do get to the end of this decision, and this is almost like it's like new passion that comes in. And maybe it comes from this look back and you get kind of a little aha moment when it comes to making this decision. But make sure that the decision that you make, that you're excited about it. You know, the wands are about fire and passion and being very excited about something. So, don't maybe pick the thing that doesn't seem as exciting. Go ahead and be excited, be passionate about whatever it is. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Queen of Pentacles. So it might be your desire to just feel that queen energy again. This is someone who is kind of in control of their material world. I'm so sorry with the coughing. Control of your material world, but also understanding your constituents and how are they in control of their, or not in control of their material world. But is it your secret desire to embody that Queen of Pentacles energy, to really just have a really good handle and grip on, your finances, your home life, that sort of thing? Or are you trying to avoid that right now? Are things a little chaotic and you're avoiding that? So ask yourself that question. This is always the area where it's like, that's your big question of the week that will help you get to your answers, right? In your outcome position is the King of Cups. So we've got the Queen of Cups and now the King of Cups, which is really about you just dominating your emotions right now. And I look at this question that you're asking yourself for whatever decision. I mean, look at the calm waters that you're in, and there's a lot of calm waters also with the King and Queen. So just do it very calmly. Make that decision, as I mean, it looks like you are considering others as well, but just make that emotion to kind of allow those calm emotional waters to help guide you to the decision again that you do feel good about and that you're passionate about. What is being hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So that's interesting that we have all the royalty about emotions and material hanging out, but the King is hidden from you here, where you have, so does that mean you're going to make your decision more based on emotion things than physical material things? Probably. Is that the right way? I'm not sure. Again, make sure that you're just excited about your decision and whatever it is that you're coming. So, and there's some negativity. Again, where your overall card was about releasing negativity. And I feel like once you release whatever that negativity is, the answer becomes obvious. All right, let's get you a final message here, Taurus, from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Taurus. And the card that you get says to refine your attention. So, and this harkens back to this looking back, look back over the life, the experience that you've already had. And it could be that you consult with some people too. You're like, I'm in this situation. I've got to make this decision. It's a hard decision, but I'm going to kind of look back through the experiences in my life, refine that attention so that you're able to do that, to look back and go, okay, well, based on previous knowledge, previous experience, this is the decision that I need to make. And that will, if you take that time to do that, it should become more apparent. All right, what do you need to do in the way of self-care? Self-care for Taurus this week. And the card that you get is the card that says love with a heart on it, and all these people in the picture there. Love people. Love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. So, this could be a decision that is about that. Are you trying to keep other people happy? I mean, there's a lot of royalty in here looking around at their constituents. So, but again, your happiness counts first. So make sure that you do the thing and make the decision that's going to make you the happiest in the end, because that's really what we're trying to do. You can consider everybody, but you can't please everybody all at the same time. So refine your attention, take a look back, but make that decision again that is the one that lights a fire under you, the one that you're really excited about. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know if anything resonated here, or if you have questions about something, I'd be happy to answer those for you. And if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is one way to show that, and I do appreciate that in advance. So thank you for liking. Thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.